Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and that is an AMX 13F3AM, the Tier 6 French SPG, and on a north spawn of Fisherman's Bay, and it's being commanded by inanecoffee. And that is on the way. Fortunately enough, inanecoffee's headed off to the west side of the map. Along Arty's studio over here, although we can see that AMX 105 there, he's actually going into the bushes. He's going to hide behind there and shoot from about the midway, and that was Inane going up into the west. The drawbacks of going into the west side is that so many other players do, and when they do, it does unfortunately mean that it's easier to find the tracer. Okay, he's gone into the dip. Is he going out the other side? Yes, does look like it. Okay, he's going into the far back area. In fact, actually, he's going up near the windmill. Oh, right to the windmill. Very unusual. Okay, let's have a look. He's looking for targets, and he's got plenty on the west side straight away. Has a 4H and a Chaffee. He's taking big damage, but he's trying to make up his mind. Ah, he's got a Panther 4H and a WZ131G, and he's fired at that first, but the rounds landed well short. Now he's got a 27.5 second reload on this particular Arty. It's the one thing about the French 155mm. They do tend to be accurate, but have fairly long reloads. Okay, he's loaded, ready to go. It's got 24 rounds. Chaffee's pushing, rounds out. That's much better! 202 hit points and his first kill. Excuse me. Okay, he's looking at that AMX CLC. Or where's that Wolverine? There was a Wolverine there. Okay, there's the WZ131. He's going for the AMX. Rounds out. Oh, kill shot! 320. That's a one-shot kill. That's the power of the 155 at tier 6. It is actually quite reasonably good at taking out the enemy. Indeed, actually, it's got the same sort of power as the M44, except, of course, the M44 has got a much better reload of about 16 seconds, whereas the AMX has a reload of 27 seconds. That's quite a big difference. That means the M44 will pump out 4 shots a minute, near enough, whilst the AMX will only pump out 2. And he gets a splash hit there, just to the west of the, or just to the left of the M4A3E2. But he does 154 hit points of damage, and it's been taken out. It's been killed by the M4. So he's picked up some stun assist there. He's switched back using his right hand mouse button. He's looking for Panther 4S, but the enemy Arty, the M41 HMC, was seen in the vicinity, a little further south. Now he might be able to find the tracer for that M41. He's loaded, ready to go, but he's just looking for a tracer of a target at the moment. He's looking for somebody to spot for him. Up, there's somebody. There's a Panzer 4S. That's a dangerous opponent. That's a very rare tank, because they're not on sale anymore. Okay, rounds out. Oh, I think that fell just behind the Panzer 4S. Okay. Unfortunately, no targets in sight at the moment. They do have a 2-tank advantage. The IKV... Oh, the IKV has just found a Skoda T24 and he's attacking. Oh, and he's just rammed that IKV. Oh, that was bad. I think he actually started a fire, but the kill shot came in from inanecoffee and took out the Skoda. 40 hit points. I think enough damage had been done to the Skoda during that ram to actually allow inanecoffee to splash kill him. Almost reloaded again. Okay, ready to go. There's 3 targets in that area as far as we know. The enemy's down to 5 opponents now. 5 tanks, 2 mediums, a tank destroyer and 2 Arty. Now we don't know where one of the Arty is, but we knew where one was spotted in the southwest corner. One of the mediums. Oh, we just lost the Stug 3G. He was taken out by the Achilles. So that means that Achilles has to be nearby, or in the vicinity rather. Okay, and he's relocating just in case he needs to get away from those enemy. Looks to me like he's going to go over the east side of the map for a change, because there's nobody really between him and that Panzer IVS and the Achilles. So they could very well come up the west side of the map now. So a hasty relocation is warranted. Doesn't look like the AMX 13AM has realised or looked at his mini-map to realise the situation. He needs to get over the other side of the map, at least to give him some warning that the enemy is coming. There are some trees at A6 that he can occupy. That would at least give him some view range on any enemy that are approaching the cap, but no, he's not doing that. T-34's been spotted near the enemy cap, where the Jackson and T-67 are attacking. Okay, Inane's decided to turn the corner. Or they've taken out the T-34. He's decided to turn the corner and fire from here, because at least he can provide support to the Jackson and T-67. He's knocked the tree down to provide a bit of cover. Normally I'd say that was a bad thing, but in this particular instance, there are 2 Arty out there. They might be looking for a sign of the enemy, but that tree going down, all that will tell them is that somebody was there. It won't necessarily tell them that somebody in that tree. So they probably won't fire at it, because they're waiting for any spots that come from their team. And I think their team are probably in the north by now. I think they're coming up the northwest corner. In fact, the first person to spot them will probably be the AMX 13AM. The enemy Arty is probably in the southwest corner of the map. The M41 was seen there, so it's very likely the other Arty, which I believe is a FV304. Just check that. Yes, it is. And so he's probably over there as well. And of course, as you know, the FV304, the Burt, is the fastest Arty in the game. So he can relocate very, very quickly. Now, the T-67 is returning. He's heading north. I think he's realised the situation. And I think he's pulling back to guard the cap. He's going to sort of like sit on the east side of the map in the buildings near the top and shoot at anybody who goes near the cap. The AMX-13 is still sitting there, completely oblivious to the danger he's in. At any moment, the enemy could appear out of the bushes in the northwest corner and attack him. Inanecoffee has decided to return as well, whilst the Jackson remains down south, hunting for the enemy Arty. Surprisingly, the T-67 is actually going over onto the west side of the map. Now that could be suicidal, because if the Panzer IVS and the Achilles are both over there, he could end up getting killed very quickly. And they are! There they are, they've been spotted. The Panzer IVS has been spotted. He's shooting at the AMX, and he's about to take him out, and he has. T-67 is shooting at the Panzer IVS. Inane's trying to dial in his Arty. Rounds out. Oh, it fell short. It stunned the Panzer IVS, but unfortunately T-67 is now low on health, and I don't think he'll survive very long. He's in the open. Yep, he's been killed by the Panzer IVS. No, actually he was killed by the Achilles, so we know the Achilles is definitely nearby. Okay, Panzer IVS is now moving up to try and go around the back of the map. He's looking for inanecoffee. He's definitely looking. But we've lost sight of him because, of course, there's nobody there to spot him. So inanecoffee is headed south. He's going to go to the cap. It's going to help the Jackson cap. I don't think it's going to work, though, because it's got 2 enemy Arty down this end probably. And they only need somebody to spot. If they've got a Burt, they only need somebody to spot, and the Burt will reset the cap every time. Right, inanecoffee's headed off into the bushes here to try and provide some cover fire for the Jackson. Looks to me like the Jackson has already received some hits. Now that building's in the way actually. Yep, he's decided he's going to move a little further south. Yep, the Jackson's definitely receiving fire. Probably from the Burt. Okay, this is a better position. Got some cover, some bushes. Oh, there's the Achilles. Unfortunately, the Achilles has just hit the Jackson. Dialing in. Oh, he's taken out the Jackson. Oh, that's unfortunate. Rounds out. No, that missed. Now he's got a long reload. Oh dear, this is going to be unfortunate. Now he's the only one alive in inanecoffee. He's got 3 kills, but will he get another one? There's the Achilles. He hasn't seen inanecoffee yet. Nope, he's quite happy. He's sitting there safe in the bush. At the moment, the Achilles has not seen him. But he does appear to be headed into the town, the Achilles. But he's stopped. And he's coming back. I think he knows or has worked out where inanecoffee is. And he's hunting him. Now, Inane will probably see him. He's reloaded. He's ready to go. Just needs to shotgun the Achilles. And the answer to that is to aim low and keep a steady aim on the target. Let the target get close to you before you let loose, or go for an aim shot using Arty mode, using look down or battle assistant. Note the Achilles is definitely looking in the city now. He's turned around and gone the other way. Now, I suspect that the Hans 4S is on the way south as well. Other people in chat are saying they think he went the other way. There's the Achilles coming back. Here he comes. Aim, be secure. Oh, he's knocked the tree down, so he knows he's here. Shotgun now! Good shot! Excellent. And there's the M41. Oh, and he's rammed himself to death against inanecoffee. That's a rock solid he's got there, I think. For being rammed, the enemy ramming himself to death against his hull. That is hilarious. Oh, but there's the Burt. And that's the accuracy of a Burt. The FV304 is one of the most accurate Artys in the game, along with the Bishop. And unfortunately, that was a very funny end to the battle, but it just didn't work out. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, it was a defeat, but he did pick up a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 10 in that one. And he picked up a duelist because he won or killed 2 enemy that damaged him during the battle. And he got a fighter badge because he got more than 4 kills. In fact, he got 5 in this one. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, came second on damage with 1,441 hit points. Came top on kills with 5. And he came top on base XP of 484. He fired 9 rounds, got 2 direct hits, 2 penetration and 5 splash. Did damage of 1,441 hit points, or of which 726 were at more than 300 meters. He received 2 hits, 2 penetrations, and 1 hit as a result of splash damage from the FV304. Pardon me. He spotted 1 enemy vehicle. I think that would have been the one of the Arty. I don't think the M41 was seen, so not sure which one that was he spotted. But anyway, enemy vehicles, he damaged 6 and killed 5. And he did stun assistance damage of 158 hit points off 3 stuns. On a premium account, he earned 30,461 credits, and after ammunition resupply and his repair, he still had 33,783 credits. He received 726 XP, plus the holiday ops bonus, and for 22 XP for playing as a platoon, and he walked away with 1,096, which is quite a decent score anyway, even on a losing team. So well done there, Inane Coffee, on getting those medals, but unfortunately wasn't to be. You were just let down because the rest of the team just wasn't up to it. But it was a very funny end, not just to shotgun that Achilles perfectly, but also to get a ram kill against the M41 by ramming himself to death against your hull. That was hilarious. I thought you would have got a rock solid, but maybe the M41 is a lower tier vehicle, so therefore you wouldn't get that one. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay I'll be featuring in our next video.